There are some beings here whose bodies are not resilient enough to ascend the body. They will drop the body. Death and ascension go to the same place. You're going into the fifth dimension and remerging to the oversoul. As we have been known to say in the past, Taji Ren used to say in Angelic Outreach, death is the elevator, ascension is taking the stairs. It's the same thing, only one is a little more interesting. So you will have friends and relatives opt to leave. We expect a lot of people in this next year to go, because their bodies or their consciousness aren't resilient enough to handle this level of change. At the same time, we want you to know that from our viewpoint, there is only one thing required to ascend. One thing. To love God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your might. Everything else is icing on the cake. Everything else, in the words of Tashira, is entertainment. So, your friends and family who aren't open to ascension material or understanding light body or any of that, they don't have to be. They just have to love God. And God will take care of the rest. When you look at this planet and you tend to get caught up in the drama and get caught up in the, war in Kosovo and things blowing up here or whatever, if you just take a moment internally and just say, God knows what it's doing. I may not know what I'm doing today, but God does know what it's doing. And what is unfolding on this planet is unique in the cosmos. It has never been tried, which is why we have people incarnate who don't do that normally. It has never been tried before. At no point in all of the many cycles of creation and ascension that have occurred, because there have been many, has the Ein Sof come to the densest point of creation. It's an experiment in the merger of the transcendent and the eminent in your body. Does anybody get that besides me? Infinity in yourself. It's an incredible paradox. Because if you think of your body, you inherently think, well, it's got some limits, right? Does it? What does it mean to have that which is transcendent and infinite embody into finite? Because that's what's happening here. The bridegroom and the bride are within you. You are the divine beloved dancing at the wedding. And you're the wedding party. What is happening on this planet is truly miraculous and incredibly beautiful. So, advice. I've never been informed before, ever, anywhere, of any type. So this has been a real trip. But what I want you to know is when people tell me they're bored, or I just don't want to be here anymore, I just look at them like they're nuts. Look around you at the beauty on this planet. Take the time to really look at purple. If purple doesn't make your toes curl, you're not seeing it. Take the time to smell all of the scent in one flower. Take the time to really savor cheesecake. Okay? Live. When you are in a light body, I guarantee food is different, because you will not need it as nourishment. There is something inherently different. This is my viewpoint of being a being who's never been in a body. When you eat a substance and your body experiences it as nourishment, That is an exquisite, third-dimensional experience you can have nowhere else. Enjoy that. Sex. Now I got your attention. Sex is not the same out of here, I've heard. I'm relaying stories here, this is all gossip. So, because here, you have the experience of separation coming into oneness. So if you're merging from states of oneness, it kind of ain't the same. So enjoy it. You have very little third dimensionality left. Enjoy it, savor it, bless it. It will be the greatest thing you can do to live heaven and assist this planet through its process. You cannot fix anything at this time. You cannot heal anything anymore. Oh, the healers just got upset. You cannot process anything anymore. Why? Because the universe will rearrange around it. So the moment you try to heal something, and you go, oh, healing is real to me, you have got so much more to heal that you're in the hospital and can't figure out why you've got cancer. Stop it. See the perfection in the body, the perfection in your relationships, the perfection in the world. It's right there now.
Yes.
Heaven is here. It is already here. I know when you look at Kosovo, you go, what? And I have to say, I can't wrap my head around it. It's like, why are you fighting a war 700 years ago? Now, I don't get it. On the other hand, it's getting harder and harder for people to hold those patterns. Nobody's able to wrap their head around it. Do you know a year ago it would have all made sense? Doesn't make sense anymore. I haven't heard a single person talk about war in the last 6 months that it made any sense to. That is a lot of progress, actually. And in your life, find the peace in your life. Find the peace in your relationships. Find the peace with your animals. So, little 2 cents worth things I'm going to add. The planet, in our opinion, is doing fine. Actually. The technologies are here to transform all pollutants. And more are coming, and they will be very simple. As the wings of the phoenix, the Merkava unfurl, the solutions will appear to everything, and are. So I wasn't surprised to hear about the water stuff. Keep your eyes peeled, there's going to be a lot more of that. Fact of the matter is, a quantum shifting consciousness is enough to change everything. That's all it takes. If we could get even 1/10 of the world's population to focus on heaven for 1 second at the same time, the Merkava will be fully manifest. That's all it would take. All it takes is yes! Instead of no, maybe I'll think about it, oh, let me heal this process. In the last 6 months, I can't tell you how many times I have said to people, consider the possibility that you're perfect. What? But I'm... And the litany goes on. I'm whatever. And I would say, well, why do you think it's designed that way? And they would begin to tell me all the reasons why it was bad and evil and why they were unworthy. And my answer is, my question to them is always, could you explain to me exactly what